So yeah, it's been like 4 months since I made my first video about Ousama Ranking, talking about how emotional it is and Bojji being super weak and stuff. So forget about that, because this fucker got overpowered and needs to get nerfed ASAP. Ever since I made my other video, the show changed a lot. Bojji literally became the strongest person in the world, and no, that's not a joke. I swear he could beat Saitama, he could beat Goku and anyone you could think of, except for maybe Popeye, although Chick-fil-A is better. And for anyone interested, this is my final Powerverse tier list. Anyways, the show went in a direction that I wasn't expecting. I thought it was gonna be a sad story about a weak kid that slowly got stronger and proved everyone wrong. But no, he literally became the strongest person alive in like 5 episodes. And the show became much more battle oriented. Not saying it got worse, because it definitely kept the same quality. And the emotional moments are still there, but the power-up was really unexpected and I wanted to talk about it. So first of all, in the weird world of Ousama Ranking, the power-up made sense because the lore expanded a lot. We've seen different races, countries, and some crazy powers like Deshas and Okens, who are both demigods with insane techniques, and it makes Bojji's power-up a little bit more believable. At the beginning of the show, I never imagined we would get to this level of power, since I thought it was gonna be a lot more medieval and political. But now that we got to know the world a lot better, there are some insane people living in it that could rival some shonen characters. Still, from the characters we've met, not many are anywhere near Bojji's power level, and I'm guessing in the next seasons he'll have to fight the gods or something, cause they are the only ones that stand a chance against this beast of a man. Even though Bojji is a giant, he's like 3 feet tall. We know that he has a curse that makes him small and weak, so being a giant has nothing to do with his insane techniques, because for all of that we need to thank Despa. When having a power-up as big as this, it of course needs to have a reason. So how the fuck did Bojji get so strong? Well, I'll give you the answer that no one wants to admit. Steroids. Maybe, I'm not sure. But one thing that we do know is that from the beginning he had super fast speed, reflexes and evasion, which was taught to him by the giant snake Mitsumata. But as we saw, he was not able to beat his opponents because he couldn't do any damage. So he went on a training arc with the best fighting tutor in the Ousama Ranking universe, Despa, who taught him one of the craziest techniques ever. Since he can't use a normal sword, he uses a rapier, which is basically a needle sword thingy that your grandma would probably use to sew. Bojji is able to find the weakness of any object or person on a microscopic level and is able to hit that exact point and literally kill or destroy anything in one hit. That's how he's able to break armor and swords, as well as leaving anyone unconscious in a single hit, since he doesn't want to kill anyone. So, with his super fast speed, he can evade and move extremely fast, then hit you in a weak spot and you're done. If that's not OP, then I don't know what is, because he basically made the ranking of kings irrelevant. You know, the thing that the show is named after. He could kill them all if he wanted to. Even so, I kinda like overpowered characters. I think there's something satisfying about being able to one-shot everyone. But hey, maybe that's just me. The problem a lot of shows have in cases like these is making a villain that can fight against the protagonist. And Ousama Ranking handled it perfectly. So, how did they do it? Simple, they made an immortal villain. Done. He can't die, no one can beat him, the end. Oken is a sword master who is immortal. He has the coolest armor ever made, and is a demigod that loses his mind and basically fights without thinking. Technically, if Oken wasn't immortal, Bojji would have beaten him easily, because he does hit him a lot in their fight. But since Oken instantly recovers, Bojji couldn't do shit. The other villains are Miranjo and Boss, but they are way more political, and Boss was not as intimidating as Oken, especially since he looks like this. I'm sorry, Daida, you're an ugly motherfucker, but your mom though. Jeez. All of these villains have awesome backstories which make you understand them. The only problem I have is Boss being a bitch and sacrificing his entire family. But even so, I cried with all the backstories. So, we're at the end of the first season, and I have to admit, I did like the first episodes a bit more, since I preferred the emotional tones of the series. Everything that happened was very unexpected, but even so, it's still an amazing show that deserves all the attention it got and even more. It may have become much more battle-oriented, but the emotional scenes are still there. The world building was insanely good and the cast of characters was great. Also, the second half of the season has one of the best openings ever made. It has an insane animation and the song is a 10 out of 10. Not gonna lie, it made me cry the first time I heard it. I'm glad that so many people gave the show a chance, making it skyrocket in the seasonal rankings and making it one of the most loved shows of 2021 and 2022. I hope we get a second season because it continues to be an amazing story that almost everyone can enjoy. It doesn't matter if you prefer fights, politics, world building, or sad stories. Ousama Ranking has it all. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Giyeh. I make videos talking about seasonal anime and my personal favorites. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, and until the next video, later.